And so I was like, and if everything you say checks out, that you're able to cover it, then we can do a contract. And so that was back in October, and by January she still wasn't able to pay more than, and that's why I say it's almost like they're running the same game, because they paid enough to get their foot in the door, and by January she asked me for the lease. She wanted me to officially write her as a tenant, and I said, actually, you haven't given me any deposit, and not once have you managed to pay the full 1,800. And I even told you, if it's a deal between me and you where we work together, you're the Airbnb cleaner, it's 1,200. That's your price. She never was able to meet that, and I said, I can't give you a lease for that reason. You never met the contract fulfillment requirement. And she pressured me. She said, I'll give you all the rent that I owe, the 3 months back rent. I have a program that accepts me. That program is going to pay everything. So, full. And all you need to do, that program won't give it to me unless you show that it's a lease. And I was like, have them talk to me. I'm not going to give you the lease. And she never had them talk to me. So it just felt like she was just trying to get more than her foot through the door. And I wasn't sure, so I just laid my cards out. I was like, listen, this is my home. Yeah. Who? Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So tell me at what point you show them the lease. Like if the program's like, yes, you seem to be a good candidate, like at what point do they need to see the lease? Is it the beginning point or mid approval or after that you're like a shoe in? Like they chose you and they're like, let's talk. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Let's try. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, that makes me feel better because I was fearful. Like, I really was. I just didn't hit the point where I felt like she would do me right if I gave her that much. Like, the paperwork is everything. And that's paperwork is everything, and that's probably why that these programs require the paperwork because that is the ultimate. But I just didn't feel comfortable giving that to her. Yeah, I didn't even know if it was a scam, but now I feel better, um, that to know that that's protocol. And so we proceeded until, so from January, now I understand she's not going to get any help. And she was able to pay 500 every month, but that's not our agreement. Like when we agreed, she agreed to 1,200, and like she wanted it to be long term. And the only way that I can have it long term is it has to be 1,200. And so I'm like, okay, then, we can continue the same where you show my property and you clean and, just like an assistant. But she was like, when the contractors came, she, I don't even know how it's possible that you could live in the home and miss the appointment because 5 different contractors came to install the AC, came to install the flooring, like different ones, and every time she would just not be there to open the door for them. And that's when I thought maybe this position isn't right. Like, because if I wanted a position that gave me housing for like she literally pays 500. If she really wants it, she needs to take her duties seriously. Otherwise, what is it for? Like, I can easily rent this home for 18. And so I was just letting her know that how I feel, that I I'm not, like, I would like to move on. And she's like, you can't do that. You need to give me at least 4 months heads up if you're gonna, like, I just terminate. And I'm like, no, I don't. I have the right to do anything I want with the property. And when I said that, I felt like she thought those were, this is what she said to me, then I'll see you in court. And I'm like, gee, um, oh yeah. Can I have lunches? Yeah. Can I have lunches? You're right. 100% you're right. Okay. Okay then. I like that. It's true. Yeah. Then that's, I like that. I like that because I keep running back into this situation where it goes from hand out to they're eating my whole hand, and then my whole house. I didn't even think at one point my house would have been almost sacrificed. That was really scary. That was like a eye-opening moment for me. And so I'm like, all right. And I told her, I'm like, guess what? I don't have the 6,000 to pay the taxes for the house because the money that you said would be forthcoming is just, she goes, well, I have the rent. The reason why I'm not giving it to you is because you have so many contractors coming in and out. It's such a headache. I'm like, if you don't want this position of, when you moved in, it was clearly stated that you were here to facilitate the real estate. Like you're acting like you are a full blown tenant. If you're just gonna be a tenant, then pay the 1,800. Then I'll stop bothering you with all these contractors. Like she's trying to redefine it, and then I think for me, because I don't think she's evil or anything like that. She just wants me out of her hair. Yeah. Yep. Yep. At all. This is a nightmare. Like I would never. Oh my god. And it's hard. Like I don't even wanna. I feel like I'm harping on her because she's like, you're talking to me like I'm a little girl. And I'm like, I don't know how to talk to you. Like, I'm frustrated. I'm in a tight spot. And this is what I do have over her. This is the rundown. Because all the contractors are kind of beat into submission by her because she talks as if it's her house. Like, same with Randy. He's not doing the work that he's contracted for. That I have proof, and if you look at his cash app, it shows I paid him $10,000 to remodel the whole house. He didn't. So even the cops are like, "What are you doing here?" So but what he will say once anybody approaches, even tenants, he'll be like, "Get off my property." Same with Amanda. Yeah. That's how she's gonna be out the gate. That will be her attitude. She will try to scare you into feeling like you have no what? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's when you have that confidence, the backing. Like your confidence isn't out of your, you know, thin air. So what let me see. Okay, so they're all the contractors, they're like, I can't deal with her. I'll come back and do the AC when you have, and the thing is, it's never going to be like if my contractors don't have the backbone to walk through the door because I'm the homeowner and I want to pay you, like, don't you want to make money? But they feel like she has the final say. And there was only one contractor that didn't leave because he was there to do his job. And he goes, no, the homeowner told me that I'm supposed to be putting this inside, not outside, because outside it's raining. I'm not going to let this get damaged. And she called the police on him. So now that got interesting. He wasn't even trying to access, he was just standing there waiting for her to, like, the agreement, but she's just having it her way. When the police got out there, she tried to be like, this is my home. I mean, not own it, but, you know, like, I want him off. And here I am, and I'm like, I'm the homeowner, and these are all of my things. For some reason, she's not letting my contractor put my things into my garage. And she's like, no, it's my garage. And, like, the police asked her for a lease. She does not have a lease. So now the police knows, like, the police is able to research me. You know, that's the part we did get to. Because it seemed like they wanted to throw her out when she didn't have a lease. So she's like, no, I paid. Well, she paid Mary. So Mary is not the owner, but oh my God, that contract's like, Jenny, sometimes you have to say, even if it's the wrong thing, you're too nice. I was like, but I did get that money from Mary. like I admitted it. Like the contractor told me the police were ready to just yank her and that dude out of there until she said, no, I paid. And they're like, oh. And so they asked, and I could have said, I don't know Mary, but I know, that's not, I know. Uh, yeah. Yeah. hmm I can't believe it. I like was like, oh Mary, like, I mean, I just went the route of, yeah, I did get that money. I don't know, I just can't. So here she is, still there, and she got mad at me after that. She got so mad, you don't know what she did. She done throw away all my stuff, and I'm talking about $3,000, over $3,000 worth of stuff. All of the things that they delivered, I don't. I was dumb. I didn't. I was numb. I was numb. I was like, where did everything go? And she goes, I don't know. And I just started to record it. This is just a phone conversation. I was like, where did my new refrigerator go? She goes, I don't know. And I was like, and the dishwasher that was delivered? I was like, I have Amazon receipts. I have pictures showing that all the deliveries made it to the door. And she's like, you left it outside. I don't know what happened to it. And I was just like, oh my God, I lost, you know, those doors cost $500 each. There were five of them. All of them are gone. And I was just like, oh wow. And then I just was really, I was like, do you know where? Like, do you know who? And she's like, yeah, I just saw someone taking it. And I was like, tell me who. Like, I need to find that. And I said, one person, yeah, like, I tried to reason with her. I was like, you know, that's pretty hard for somebody to take an entire bathtub right outside your door. Like, she's like, I saw them. I thought it was your worker. And I'm like, and then the more I asked her, the more uninterested. Like, she was just completely like, I gotta go. And she hung up on, like, she was like, I'm sorry, my phone's dying. I gotta go. So then I felt hopeless. Hold on. I do. We're there. Let me tell you what happened. My neighbor that I don't even know, because my name is researchable under the title. It's pretty easy to get my phone number. So I picked up the phone, and my neighbor was like, I just want to let you know that the person staying at your place, Amanda, crashed someone coming out, like she said, someone from your place crashed into her car, and she needs to know who it is. And I was like, like, the first thing I said was, I'll cover the damages. And she's like, no, Amanda is lying to me. Someone
someone coming out of her home got into a car and donk went straight clonk into, and she's like, and because Amanda like wasn't telling the truth and wasn't even trying to help, she called the authorities and filed a report, and she just wants, you know, my help in finding out who was those, that driver. And you know, some just by coincidence during this time, and it might actually be the same day, I'm not sure, but I decided to open my mouth and I was like, hey, I asked Amanda about that incident, and she's saying that it's my contractor. And I called my contractor who was scheduled that day, and he's like, Amanda flaked on him for the second time. And since it was the second time, he decided that he's not even going to go there because she blocked his number so that she can't even make an appointment. So I was like, it wasn't my contractor. My contractor did not. So, and then she kind of threw me for a loop. She said, it was your contractor. It was the guy looking at the AC. So I called him again. I was like, are you sure you didn't send, you know, like your employee? And he's like, now, why would I do that? I told you that I would do it and I would install your AC. And also because it was heavy, he asked me to call my own guy to help him. And I agreed. So he's like, now why would I tell you that I have nobody and then ask you to find? I'm like, you're right. Yeah. So it's definitely not you or anybody you sent. And the girl, next door neighbor, she finds on her Ring camera that it was Amanda's son, who is not on the lease and who's never been allowed, like on my end, to be on the property. It was the son. And the police are like, you know, sometimes like if the damage is only like the rim, then it's not a big deal to the police. They're just like, simple matter. So I, after talking in the same conversation where I was trying to get to the bottom of who damaged my neighbor's car, um, that's when I found out all my stuff was missing. Like it was that same conversation. And so then I went and emailed that neighbor and I said, would you happen to know, like, you know, I have a lot of large items and maybe it might have triggered your camera. Like if she has a full video of Amanda coming out and signaling, like going doot, 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 and pointing, and then her son. I can. I just. What? What is it? Okay. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Me? No. She's taken advantage so hard. If I was there, I really get the feeling that a lot of, because none of this started happening until I had to move out of state because my mom, she became handicapped and I had to, you know, be around like night and day for my mom because of the she couldn't bend her knees. It like swelled up and she had to, a lot of fluid to do with her lymph nodes. And so I had to really, like, I couldn't even do jury duty. And I felt like, the, like, by the third month is when she got bold. And I just don't see her doing anything like this if I was in the state. I am not in the state. And when shit hit the fan, I had to give power of attorney to the manager because I felt like they knew. I felt like they were acting like they were immune to any prosecution because I just couldn't leave my family. And one was really insidious. Empty case, huh? Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I'm not hardcore about the money's back. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, thank you are right on top of this. Limited power of attorney. Um, for me, like I'm not concerned about the stuff. I just feel like she's really draining me. Like it's not even the money. I feel like she's draining my like I just feel really negative because of her and hurt. Nobody that I know well, just contractors. Like I'm not even from there. Yeah. Not a single person. Just everybody I met over the internet. Yeah. Mhm. Ah, I see. Yeah. I'm wondering, since my goal is to let her know that our relationship, like she's failed the position, and I think she's trying to establish that she, well, I mean, yeah, she does live there. The police couldn't, when the police came and they're like, who lives here, who, like, I was able to establish that this is my home, and she admits that those are all of my belongings. I think she's trying to take the TV though, because she said when I got here there was no TV. But I mean, it, she was living in her car. How could she have had a 52-inch TV? I mean, that was my TV hanging on the wall. She goes, no, that's mine. I hung one up. And I'm like, but she was a girl by herself. Like, I actually don't. Bob, do you have pictures of my TV? I don't remember. Yeah, I never even thought anybody would be in that home, so I didn't really secure it in that way. But she admits that everything, my bed, I had a brand new, like, super comfortable, like, heavy, like one of the nice memory foam, like ones. And yeah, all that is mine. Everything in the realtor ad is mine. Okay, good, good. That is mine, by the way. Yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Um, and like with the goal in mind, end goal, not necessarily to recoup all of the damages or missing items, um, but between you and me, the goal in mind is to release her, to let her know to move on. Do you think that the fact that I have video of her taking over 2,000, because I looked up the amount of money that makes it from petite thievery to larceny, like grand, that the amount is 2,500, and I pulled up all my Amazon receipts. Oh, okay. She said maybe 500 even. Its wine is way over 500. Yeah, she said anything over 500, it might be grand theft. Okay, I do have that. I didn't file a police report yet because when the mover, it was only the mover, and he's just like an Amazon delivery dude. I know that was the wrong thing to. Yeah, right. Well, the thing is, the same day we called because the guy was like, everything's missing. So we called, and the police officer came, and he knocked and knocked, and she pretended not to be home. So I don't know what to. And that's why now. Okay, so what the only other time the police came was when she called the police on the guy delivering, not the Amazon guy. And he's like, I just trying to get this flooring. It's gonna get ruined, so I don't want to get in trouble for doing that to what he's supposed to get paid for. So that police officer is like, okay, he could see that, and she admitted that. She admitted that all the items in the garage is mine, and I live there. Um, and I guess she's a renter because she didn't say she owns it. I never moved my stuff out, nor did I say I grant you full access to the home. Now, common sense is if you pay $490 a month, doesn't that like that's that one room? Like, make yourself comfortable in the one room. I can't kick you out. I have to formally evict you. But as the owner and liver, I have the right to rent out the master bathroom and have common area, including my TV, to be enjoyed by anyone that I sublease. I mean, I don't the real lease. You would be a real leaser if I write up a lease with your family. I'm completely within my rights to grant you. Then you would be the renter of my portion of where my room and living use of the living room and kitchen, and you would be able to open the garage, because that's the biggest problem I'm having. Like, I don't even know if it's considered theft, because all of those things never made it into the garage because of her. It was like her passive aggression. She was like sabotaging. Oh, you know what? I have personal pictures of my TV now. I have a lot. I just realized I have tons of pictures.
Qué bueno. Y yo ese.
I think this is the time. Ooh. Oh, okay. It is that. No. You love him. He feels so bad. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. It's okay. Oh my gosh. He's so rude. Okay. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Yeah, we'll just Google what how do humans heal themselves? Right? Oh my gosh. It's like a football injury. Yeah, yeah. Life is coming through. And you know what? The way things work is circular. Like, when you drop, like when water drops down, like it fills in a cup, like it just flows, it will flow in. So, what is your area, like, what is the limitations of where you can be, where I need you to be, and how long for? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he can. Why? Why? And what? Okay, okay. I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, 3 adults. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is really a lot. Mm-hmm. She's a sweetheart. She's funny. Which is, yeah. But, oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You can see that there's Tampa. And I'm interested in seeing the reaction because if it's me, they know I'm a pushover. They know they can say, I'm sorry. Now I know I made a mistake. Like, I feel like, in my experience, if I've forgiven somebody for 6 months, then my persona doesn't further them to, like, what I think I'm doing to help is actually making them regress. So I need to take a step back from my bad habits and recognize that what I'm doing isn't help. So that's why I'm like, I need to change it up with all 3 situations, and that includes this nice house. And like I said, I'm still at a crossroads where I don't know how to even what to do with the information I have, like with the video. Like I don't even know if I'm gonna press charges, but I'm not gonna not pretend to. You know, at the very least, I'm gonna initiate something. I might not follow through. I might just drop it at the end. But I don't want her to think that this is the way you get off life. I really need. This is a moment that I can't be soft on, and I do need. She's stupid. Why? She might be street smart though, but she's pretty dumb. Whoa! No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, because if she wants to go to court, yeah, yeah, that's pretty dumb. Like that. Okay, not that dumb. Not that dumb. I think she's dumb enough to snoop around a little, because she goes after what she needs, which she has 2 adult children, but I get the feeling that they're codependent. So she feels like Big Mama Bear right now, and the children were not part of the deal. Like I would understand if there's young children. Like I always welcome that as tenants. But I don't think it's a functional environment when a grown mother and a 30-year-old son and a 22-year-old daughter, like that's not what I'm trying to facilitate. Like I want to facilitate independence, growth. So she also never told me that, like I don't even know if they live there. This is my neighbor saying there's like 5 people in there, and that's why I'm like, I need to, first of all, I never gave up this house, but I'm willing to write a lease in order to get the house back, and I'm not going to write a lease for her. I need, because she already knows I'm not going to personally come to get the house back. Like my mom is going to freak out. She's going to be like, let's just stay at a hotel. Like if she just sees Amanda and her tattooed son, like it would be like, Amanda would be victorious because Amanda thinks that her best leg is to drag this on through the court for 2 months. And if she really, like, if that's what she wants, then I don't want it to be a comfortable cake. You know, like, I don't want her to be as comfortable as she has been for more than half a year. I really do think I need to take steps, and that involves filing a police report. But when I called the police, they said, can someone be there to, like it can't be taken over the phone. And they said, I don't have to personally be there, but can somebody be there to meet the police on behalf of you? And I'm like, I don't have anybody right now. And they're like, call us when you can have somebody meet us there, and we will start a case number for you. And I'm like, yeah, I just need somebody to be there. I can send that person all the videos. It's 3 videos total. And then they'll take a report, and at least Amanda will know that hey, this might be illegal. Me dumping $3,000 of new material might be illegal. Like, or at the very least, unprofessional. I really would never give her a recommendation as a home manager. Oh my God. Thanks for expressing that. I feel depressed. you learned. Yeah, you learned that the hard way. Mm. Your who? Your sister? Oh, that's cold-hearted. Oh my god. I would feel real betrayal for that. I really. Doesn't matter how many fights you get into, that is not. Where did you go after that? Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, I see. I do. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. I hear this a lot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh gosh. Got it. Got it. I heard about that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh. It's true. Yeah. You kidding? Oh! Oh my god. What the hell? Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Mm-mm. That's how fast they slam the book at. Oh my god. They are right. Yeah. If I like if I write a lease for you guys for that property, which is in Orlando, would you guys try to move in for a day into that bedroom until, because she's not letting the contractors in, so I would really like to, like, I already have a brand new bathtub, like $1,000 bathtub that needs to be installed, and they came and they were ready, and she's like, oh, you could just leave it outside. And I mean, are you forgetting that I am also a resident there? And I'm ready to give my residency rights to you guys so that I can continue the remodel. Right. Because it's in Orlando. But tomorrow you're near Orlando. Oh, you know what? Because Maitland is. Tell me how close Okay. Okay. Are you ever near Orlando? Okay, that's too far then. Yeah. Okay. I know. If there's any reason like Thanksgiving that you're in the Maitland area, because I feel like I'm still being gentle with Amanda, um, then we will do something. I'll file with my property manager, or let me think about this. Would you be able to make a trip to Orlando to be there so that I say all the details that need to be said and you can show them the video? Oh my gosh, yes, you mentioned that. Okay. For Tampa. We are only in Tampa. Now I have the property manager. Gosh, Amanda's just such a lucky girl. But I'll have yes. I'll have the manager do the meet and greet for, those ladies that are just, we're just trying to get them established. And I'm glad that those ladies texted me that they're okay and verbally in front of the property manager. They said, we'll be out. We're looking for another place. And I chose the date, like 2 people witnessed her saying that she'd be out by like a week from now. So I just want to remind them that we're on track and nobody changed up the program here. Eat. Oh no. Oh. Whoa. I remember when I was young and I would, in parks. And like I remember there were like spots in the park that just seemed really popular. Oh, man. We gotta power wash that. Gee. Well, your mom-in-law? Oh shit. Okay. I can hear the concern. And I'm hoping that you're still gonna be able to, be close with her. Because this is, yeah. And who helps them? Yes. I see. And are they able to be independent? Both of them? Oh, that makes it feel so good. And he's able to take care of all her needs. Physical. Oh my goodness. Okay, I see. Mm. If it's 0. Okay. Wow. I guess she does feel close to him. And, wow. Oh, okay.
Hey guys.